All right, basic chain cleaning. You need obviously your bike, a towel that you don't care too much about because you're not going to be able to get the grease off of it likely. I get these packs of towels. You can get them at an auto parts store or a restaurant supply store. But they're really nice because if you get them really bad, you can just throw them away and you don't feel too horrible about it, or you can recycle them, whatever you need to do. So I also use this Bow-Shield T9 bicycle. I buy it at Grey Goat. It's about 10 bucks a bottle. It cleans and lubricates, so it's kind of an all-in-one deal. There's multiple products on the market, so whatever you find that's in your budget and works for you is good. So the first thing I do is I lean my bike up against somewhere. If you don't have a work stand, you can just lean it up against somewhere where you can rotate your pedals in the opposite direction. So your wheels aren't moving because you're going backwards, but just make sure if you do lean it up that you're leaned it up somewhere that the other side of the pedal's not going to hit. So you want to be able to do this because what you're going to do is take your cleaner or your lubricant and make sure that you're not doing it on a floor that is going to be affected by it. But so you definitely don't want to do it over carpet. I've got tile here, so I put my towel under, I kind of drip the Bow-Shield, the T9 all along the chain, on the cassette as well. And my bike is super sticky and gross. I rode the Louisville course last week, and every bump I went over, my Infinite went spraying everywhere. So it's sticky and nasty, so it needs clean. After you do that, kind of get a little bit on your washcloth or towel, whatever you're using. And I like to grip down here by the rear, and you just want to hold on to, you know, a small section, and then you're just going to pedal backwards as you're kind of holding along. And what that's going to do is kind of clean the outside, you know, whether you grip on the outside here or the inside of the chain, and you can just kind of rub along the chain. There's a lot of fancy little tools that they make for cleaning chains, but really this is the cheapest and easiest way. I just kind of go along, rub the whole thing, try to get in the grooves as much as possible. Another cheap and easy way is if you take 2 toothbrushes, bristles together, and you can kind of rubber band those together and put them around. That's another trick. I don't personally do that. I would probably just lose it. So I do this method. Super easy, so just kind of rub around, oops, as I drop the chain. I just kind of rub around and, there we go, get as much gunk as I can off. Once you've gotten it completely, you know, you get all the black junk off, you want to go through all these little cogs and get all the little gritty pieces off as well. And you can also, you know, you can take an old toothbrush or whatever, a scrub brush, and go through your cassette too. You can do all of this without taking your bike apart. If you really are going to do like a full drivetrain clean, you do want to take everything, you know, apart and really scrub it and all of that. But for your basic, like in between ride lubrication and cleaning, this is totally sufficient. So just go through, kind of rub around, get all the black junk off, and see, that's why I say don't use a towel that you care about. But yeah, just kind of going like this, backwards. You get a lot of gross stuff off that way. You want to be careful when you're doing this that you don't have your towel too close to these cogs when you're spinning like this, because what's going to happen is it's going to get sucked up in there and really be a little bit of a mess. But you do want to go and kind of slowly go through and clean all those little cogs off. Make sure they're properly lubricated and all of that. So once you have, I'm going to pretend that this is all clean. I've totally got a lot more to do, but pretending that it's all clean, what you're going to do one last time is just kind of go through and squirt this all around, let it kind of dry a little bit, and then run through your gears. You want to run through every gear, big and small on the front, every gear on the back. That way everything is lubricated. If you hear any clicking or anything when you're running through your gears, you may need to adjust your derailleur. And that is this little doohickey right here. Usually just a slight little turn to the left or right is enough to get it to stop clicking, but sometimes it requires a little bit more. And sometimes it requires going to the bike shop and saying, hey, I messed up my derailleur, can you fix it? And they generally do it within a couple minutes. But yeah, that is your basic chain cleaning and lubrication. So easy enough, and good luck.